summer's been pretty crazy. I got a lot more rabbits, I got a lot more chickens, and the garden really took off. But what I want to do today is just get a video out for you guys. So first, we're gonna start with ice bottles for the rabbits in the big hutch. I have a box fan blowing on them right now, but once it hits about 80 out, I come out with ice bottles to give them, just to help them stay even cooler, and I freshen up everybody's water before it gets hot. I've got everybody on tiles to stay cool, and I'm gonna show you guys around to all the animals and introduce all the bunnies and the chickens. I figured it was about time, since it's been a few months, that I do another quick little tour and introduction of everything, everyone. Let's start here. I'm Melissa. I live in Northern California. It's extremely hot in the summer here. I'm still learning ways to keep everything cool and happy. The temperature just spiked out of nowhere. So I did end up losing one of my silver fox does I lost. And I did get a new doe to replace the one I had lost. And I will show you guys her. She's really cute. She's a lot younger than the others, so it'll be a while before she's ready to start breeding. But I also got 4 Creme d'Argent bucks. They were 14 weeks when I got them. I ended up giving one of them to my aunt because she really wanted one. They're cute. But I have picked the one I'm going to keep as my breeding buck. Let me show you guys all the bunnies and everything. Alright, so I turned the fan off for right now while I record because it's loud. But there's the fan. And I've got it blowing on these 2 boys here and my doe flower. So these boys are the Creme d'Argents I got. I will be harvesting these 2 later, hopefully. And this one is my doe flower. Oh, there she is. This is Flower, and I will hopefully be breeding her in a couple days. This is the Creme buck that I decided to keep. And he does not have a name yet. And this is my buck Thumper, my silver fox buck. And then over here, I had to put this cage over here. I only have the 1 box fan. To have her over in this big hutch, the cage would have to be up here, and I'd have to move the box fan over. And with the box fan over on that side, it doesn't reach all the rabbits. So I need to get a second box fan and set a box fan up on each end, and then I can move this girl out to the big hutch. But for right now, she's been really good over here. This is my newest silver fox doe. So over here before, we had a really old chicken coop attached to this lean-to, and my dad tore it down and built this. And it's got a window here, a window over there, and that is going to be the door area once we get the run built. Hi, chickens! gosh. So for the chickens, we have 3 salmon faverol hens, which I hatched. I had a rooster also, but he did not make it. And then I hatched out 4 Americanas, 1 hen and 3 roosters. And then we went to Tractor Supply and I got 2 golden sex link and 3, well, at the time, the employee didn't know what they were. And they were the same size as the other chicks. So I was like, okay, I'll just get 3 of them. They're all pullets. And now that they've gotten bigger, it is clear that they are Dutch Bantams. So I will probably be rehoming those as well, because I don't want little tiny eggs. I need eggs. But I am going to do waters and top off food and everything for everybody before it gets much hotter. Show you the garden. Really? Well then. Now, I have a lot of tomatoes, but they aren't turning red. My cherry tomatoes just started turning red. I don't know why my big tomatoes aren't. But let me show you around. There's a nice big tomato. And there's a tomato. And here's a nice big tomato. Hi, little. Yeah. There's a little tomato. Hi, little. Ooh. Look at that sucker. I didn't even see that. So my yellow squash did produce yellow squash, but not very many, and they were very small. My zucchini produced like 2 zucchinis, so that was cool. It's been a pretty hard year in the garden, but I know that this is just my first year. I like the trellis. I trellised the cucumbers and the butternut squash, and that's been fun. There's a butternut squash, and there's one. We did really well on cucumbers, but it looks like the plants are about done. Okay. And then over here, if I can squeeze past my vegetables, we did not end up getting around to trellising my cherry tomatoes, unfortunately, but they're doing really good. And we've got some fruit. And then over here we have our corn and our potatoes. I'm really hopeful these potatoes are actually doing good. There's some sweet potatoes right here in the front, and then various other potatoes. So hopefully those turn out well. And I know we have some corn growing right now too. You can see the little fluffies. So, here's one. Check out that corn. It's got fluff. Very nice. We've got our onions going down this row and garlic going down that row. There's one of my marigolds. Very pretty. And that's a blueberry bush. One day. And some herbs along with weeds. Some basil. A very sad stick of dill. Oh, poor guy. And a very tall marigold with no flowers. That is the garden tour. So on that note, I'm going to leave you guys with a cute cat taking a nap in the shade.